afternoon. Sean here from Mountain's Garage. Something happened today. It's outside, and I've driven it around the block, and I've got a tiny taste of boost. And when that happens, it's like a drunk having another drink. Now I gotta build something with boost. I already got all the parts, but boy, that's fun. Let's talk about it a little bit. I'm gonna say goodbye to this project and finally get my Nova back. Let's go over it real quick. All right, the engine is a 6-liter with Gen 4 rods. The ring gap's been opened up, and it has a giant LSX 454 camshaft. And now it has stainless headers, twin 62-64 precision turbos, twin 39mm tile wastegates, and a 50mm tile blow-off valve in the charge pipe. It's got a 255 pump in the tank. And that's about it. It's got a 3-bar map. I actually bought one from a Cobalt SS. Fits on top of the intake. I use the emissions port for the vacuum signal. I drilled and tapped it. The ICT billet plug, I drilled and tapped that for the vacuum for the blow-off plug. I did put a Transgo, I don't really know what you call it. Just keeps the boost off the modulator. That line runs down to the modulator on the Turbo 400. And other than, we had a little trouble with the, I started with a set of Deca 80 injectors. I'm not sure if they were real or imitation. One of those leaked. And went through a couple of sets of injectors. The biggest problem we had was with getting the operating system and idle characteristics correct in the HB tuners. But thanks to my buddy Jeff, we spent many hours this week getting it done. It would have been done last week, but that's about it. That and bleeding the cooling system. It was pretty much trouble-free. It runs and sounds really good. Also, I bought a standalone wiring harness from eBay for $221. It had the correct EV1 plugs for my Deca 80 injectors. It's fully standalone. You hook up 3 wires. Pretty simple. The PCM mount is actually from an S10. It's nice and flat. The Silverado one's got some weird bracketry on it and doesn't sit quite as flat. This stuff really, the harness is long enough to put it inside. That's why I left it long. But this car still has the original PCM from the feedback carburetor and ignition control. It still has a data port under the dash and everything, but this one's just bolted right there temporarily. When the owner redoes the car, he can move all that stuff inside if he wishes, or he can leave it right there. It really doesn't matter. I only went around the block, but I could tell this thing's going to be a lot of fun. This car ran, I believe, 17s in the 8th. Scratch that. This motor in another Monte Carlo went 17, 720 in the 8th mile, naturally aspirated. And now we've added, well, who knows how much power. The whole thing needs to be tuned correctly. It's running and driving now. This is the way it's going to leave. Any future upgrades is up to the owner. He can. It needs a boost gauge and a wide band, definitely in view of the driver. I think that's a good idea with any turbo setup. So you can know to let off when things go lean. And all in all, I think it's going to be a fun toy. I'm back in the shop with the lights off because my battery is going dead. Things I liked about the build, not much. Things I didn't like, I used Silverado, like stainless headers, the ones you see on eBay. They're relatively inexpensive. Turned them upside down and backwards. And that severely inhibits your plug wires. It's not so bad. I used a set off a 94 LT1 Caprice, because with the Opti Spark, they have the same end as a coil near plug. And they're just long enough that I could run the shortest ones in the middle of the, down through the header, and I could run the longer ones around. Ultimately, you'd probably build your own set from a kit. Either way, it'll be fine. Certainly dig that. Definitely the blow-off valve says tile on it, because I ordered everything that said tile, but I bought it on eBay. And the wastegates They seem to be good quality. They came with extra springs and instructions. No instructions, but came with extra springs, and you can look up the instructions. I'll trust that they're really tile, even though they don't say it on the cover. But the blow-off valve definitely was, and I ordered it all at the same time. Who knows? The fuel system wasn't so bad. I used 3/8 nylon. Like I say, it's easy to snake around the frame. The problem is I wanted to run a different pump external that's -6, and I haven't found any fitting that goes from 3/8 push connect nylon to -6 AN. So I'm going to keep looking for that. I didn't look that hard. This is the world. If it's out there, I'll find it. I used to be a parts man. That's what I did. Find weird parts. This shouldn't be that weird. I can't be the first one that wants to do that. I bought all -6 push lock, but that's a lot bigger, and I really wanted to try the nylon. So it was pretty easy. I wouldn't say it's any cheaper. Nothing's cheap. Just the small parts in a project like this will kill you. I mean, I joked 3 months ago this thing was $100-bucking me to death every day. Another $100. You needed, more exhaust pipe, more this, more that. Even though when you think you have everything, and I don't even want to add up what I have in there, because this whole thing is a trade for hopefully a really nice paint job that I haven't seen yet. We're all going to see it next week. Next time I talk to you, we'll be looking at my Nova, unless things go really wrong, and I don't know what's going to happen. But if I live till next week and all is well, my Nova will be sitting here finally. I will hug it and clean up after it, and no, I'm just kidding. All right, I'm just rambling. You guys have a great weekend. I'm going to go in and take a shower. Yeah, that looks better. There's a weird angle looking at my nose. And hope you guys are having fun and do something this weekend. I got all kinds of things I need to do. Dragging home another shop tool. That'll be exciting. We'll go over that too. A big bandsaw that I bought from a buddy of mine. And that's about it. Y'all have a good weekend. Talk to you later. Bye.